Hello dear learners. Today in our math session we will discuss how to write the decimals. Every decimal number has two parts. A whole number, that is the integral part, and a decimal part. And these parts are separated by a dot called a decimal point. This we had discussed in our previous video also. Like if we are having the example 36.752. So here 36 is the whole number. That means the number at the left side of the point will be the whole number, and the number at the right side of the point will be the decimal point. And it is read as 36.752. And always remember that the digits after the decimal point are to be read separately. Now writing a fraction as a decimal. How we can write a fraction in decimals? So the common fraction that is having the denominator 10, 100 or 1000 can be written as the decimal fraction. For example, if we have 6 by 10, you will count the number of zeros here. Here we are having only one zero. That means starting from the right side to the left side, we'll count one digit and put a dot. And before dot, we can put a 0. So the answer is 0.6. Or we can say it is 6/10. In the second example, 15 by 100, the denominator is 100. That means it is having two zeros. So starting from right to the left side, we'll leave two digits 5 and 1 and put a dot, and then after dot we'll put a 0, and it is 15/100th. 547 by 1000. In third example, you can see number of zeros are 3. That means before the 3 digits we'll put a dot and add 0. So we can read it as 547,000th. Writing a decimal fraction as a common fraction. So for writing a decimal fraction as a common fraction, the denominator is written with 1 followed by the number of zeros would be equal to the number of digits after the decimal point in the decimal fraction, and the numerator is the number given in the decimal fraction but without decimal point. Let's understand this with the help of example. Like we are having 0.102. So when we want to write this fraction in this decimal fraction in fraction, we can take 102 as the numerator, and the denominator will start with 1, and after 1 the number of zeros will be the number of digits after a decimal. As you can see, after decimal we are having 1, 0 and 2. That means 3 digits are there, so we will put 3 zeros. So it's 102 by 1000. In the second example, you can see we are having 12.45. So here after this point we are having 2 digits, right? So we will take denominator as 100. So 1245 by 100. Expanded form of decimals. When we want to write any number in decimals, first of all we will write down the place value. Here the number at right side we have written ones, and at the left side we have started with tenths, and hundreds, because after the dot we will not be having the ones. We always go with tenths, right? So it is 3 tenths and 2 hundredths. Now 3 tenths means 3 by 10 and 2 hundredths mean 2 by 100. As THS is there, so it is clear that the number will come in fraction form. In the second example, you can see we are having 0.705. First step, again write down the place value, and then we can expand this as 7 tenths. Now 0 hundredths is there, so there is no need to write 0. We can leave 0 here, and 5 thousandths, right? So 7 tenths mean 7 by 10 and 5 thousandths mean 5 by 1000. Thank you.